Life-threatening severe weather is looking a lot more likely here in the Great Plains as we go through Tuesday afternoon and into Tuesday night. Thanks for tuning in here. We've got all the details of what you need, not only for when these storms come through, but what to do when these storms start to turn nasty. Here's the latest outlook courtesy of the Storm Prediction Center. They're becoming very confident in severe weather. They've now increased the severe weather outlook from Hastings down towards Oklahoma City to be a moderate risk. That is a 45% chance at getting a strong to severe thunderstorm within 50 miles of a point. Now that is an excellent chance. They're very, very confident in this potential. Here's what we can expect for most areas, especially in that moderate risk. These storms will erupt late Tuesday afternoon. So most of the morning and early afternoon, very quiet. Don't let your guard down though, because once these storms start going, things deteriorate very, very quickly. We're talking the potential for strong, long-lived tornadoes. When you see the images of those wedge tornadoes, this is what we could be talking about. Now, it's not going to be everywhere, but a tornado outbreak, not out of the question here with this one. This is not going to be the standard severe weather outbreak for this area. In addition to tornadoes, very large hail. We're talking life-threatening conditions and the potential for significant property damage as well. This afternoon, fairly quiet. The clouds, not really there, but it's what you can't see on the satellite and radar that's starting to get the gears turning for this severe weather outbreak. Here's a look at your dew points. It's a good way to gauge how much moisture you have at the surface. More of it means that the atmosphere is more unstable. Dew points are already in the 70s at the Texas coast, 60s up into Kansas City. Low to mid 60s tends to be a good threshold for getting these storms to really get going. So the moisture is already there. Now we just have to bring this storm system in. That's exactly what we're going to do Tuesday into Wednesday. That moisture meets up with the cooler, drier air coming in out of the Rockies. And here's that overall setup again. Big focus is the I-35 corridor. And the fact that this is going to continue into the overnight hours only adds an extra level of danger because, of course, after dark, you can't see the tornadoes coming. If there is damage, it makes it a lot more dangerous to be moving around the area after the fact. Moderate risk does continue down through the San Antonio area as well. Now, timing-wise, Futurecast not showing much at about 1 o'clock local time, but as we go through later the afternoon, yellow is starting to pop up. There could be widespread what we call supercell thunderstorms, and that's where you would get those threats for the tornadoes and the very large hail. As we go into the late evening, storms near Dallas, Oklahoma City, Wichita. Again, this is just one idea of the timing, but we're looking at very late afternoon into the overnight hours. Storms still very potent even after dark into the wee hours of Wednesday morning. So again, a fairly long-lived potential for this severe weather to continue. And we're focusing in right here on the central Great Plains, Salina, Hastings, Wichita, Oklahoma City. This is where these storms are going to be at their worst. Make sure you have your plan ready. When there's a tornado warning, get to the lowest level of your home and get to an interior area if you don't have a basement. You want as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And hey, something people don't normally think about, make sure you've got good sturdy shoes on. And if you have bike helmets, take them along too, because when you talk about significant property damage, there can be injuries after the storms as well. But regardless, make sure you are ready for this weather. Stay calm through Tuesday. Just make sure you know what to do and keep checking back with us here at AccuWeather.com.